back to another episode of Diabetes 180. For anyone watching for the first time, my name is Lewis. This is my lovely wife, 𝐿, and we are diabetes reversal health coaches. My wife was my first client. I should really call my wife the client and myself the coach. But on this channel, if you're watching for the first time, this is where you learn to reverse diabetes with a whole food plant-based diet. And every week, of course, you try to do a different topic. Today's topic is going to be very practical one. How to use 𝐿 Actually, Carmen, you know how to put a title on the screen there? I always forget to put the title so anyone's watching can know what our topic is about.
No, I don't know yet.
Hold on, I think you just got to put it on our presentation. So as we're before we go into our presentation, I always like to ask anybody who is watching to let us know where they're watching from. And also, I want to know, so your name, where you're watching from. I also want to know if you've ever tried meal tracking apps or calorie counting apps. And if so, what were they and what were your experience was? So what we're going over is basically a meal tracking app that will teach you how to keep track of specifically your fat percentage, okay? Because that's the most important thing or way to reverse your diabetes is knowing what your fat percentage is. If I actually could quote a very well-known trainer, Tony Horton. Anyone ever heard of P90X? Probably, Carmen. I know you know P90X, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seen me run around like a madman for half an hour, 45 minutes in the family room. But yeah, he used to say something that really resonates with me. You won't know what to do if you don't know what you did. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what to do if you don't know what you did. Okay. A lot of us say, this always when I tell people, okay, you got to decrease your fat percentage, right? If you want or you got to eat a low fat diet to reverse diabetes. What's the thing, Carmen, you guess that people tell me the most for off the bat? What do they tell me?
If what? I
If I
was
tell
looking at something.
So if I
Huh?
tell people to lower their fat, what's the first thing they tell me?
They don't eat a lot of fat.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of fat. I don't eat a lot of fat. I don't eat a lot of fat. Always, everyone, I guess 99% of America doesn't eat a lot of fat if you ask them.
That's so funny.
So this is, no, you won't know what you do or what to change or how to make changes in your diet if you're not keeping track of what you're putting in your mouth, okay? So if you're going to do anything to improve your health, you got to keep track of what you're putting in your mouth. You got to count it. I mean, I hate this part, but it was so important, so necessary, okay? And what Carmen and I is going to do, we're going to share the 𝐿 app, how to use that. So we got some people greeting us. Sabina is in the house. Okay, let's go, Sabina. Thanks for joining. And Jaretta, our faithful, is here, watching from Madison, Tennessee. But yes, she's willing to give the app a try. All right. So as you guys are tuning in, that's the question I'm asking you right now. If you have used a calorie counting app, what's your experience been with it? We like 𝐿, so I'm definitely open, to hear what people are using out there. But 𝐿 is really good. So let me see here. Actually, I'm gonna mess around with the screen really quick. And yep, it's under captions, Carmen. Okay, for anyone tuning in, this is the name of the app, how to use 𝐿. I should put it in parentheses so you know the title. If you're looking for it on Google Play or or the iTunes, what's the app? App is called 𝐿. So I'm gonna share it with you guys so you know how it looks. It's just simply 𝐿. How to use the 𝐿 app, okay? And Carmen, if you're ready, what I think the best way to do is actually enter into the app live, right? So people
Oh, okay. So
see what it looks like.
Okay, so sign out.
Yeah.
Okay. So share my screen now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you're ready, yeah, you can share the screen.
Okay, let me see. Oh, cool.
Sorry.
Oh. All right, that's so cool. Okay. So I'm going to log in. Okay. What's the password? Oh, this thing didn't have it all the way good. Okay, good. That's what I mean to
Yes.
see.
So obviously, make sure you use a pass. First step, use a password you can remember.
The email wasn't in there. Huh?
Another thing too is I should mention you're using a laptop, but you can use it we like to use the phone.
Yeah, it looks totally different on the phone than it does on the
Actually, yeah,
computer.
let me go ahead and open it on the phone so everyone can see how it looks like. It's gonna look like this. Okay, when you go in. Welcome back is if you've already had an account. Can you see that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just use my old plan. It asks a lot of questions. You could skip through a lot of them, answer them if you want to. But once you get to a certain point, it's going to look like this.
You was going to show it on your phone again?
Well, go ahead and get started.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is log what I had to eat today. So we'll do it on the computer. Let me go on this side. Okay, so let's start with breakfast. You click on, this is the first time I'm using it on the computer because I never used it on a computer before. I always use the phone. So I'm learning with you guys. So breakfast. Okay, so I'm a little ashamed to put how much of these foods I'm eating, but anyhow.
Well, you better tell the truth.
So I had bananas. And probably you guys wouldn't know if you go and guess. Okay, so I had, let's put my ounces. I had, let's see here. So I had 12 ounces of banana. So I'll add that.
And then just to verify too, while you're putting entries, there's different options on. You could put ounces. You could put serving sizes.
I'm gonna show it again. Probably I'm going too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I had
this is how it looks on the phone. So it's much.
Move the keyboard.
Oh, move
You
the
have
keyboard.
the keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's much
yeah.
nicer on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I had baked oatmeal, and since it's our recipe, I would have to enter the recipe. So this is the only recipe that we have in here now.
Is that something you entered? You created?
Yeah, you created this since it's your account.
Okay.
But I'm gonna create the recipe now. Okay, so you have to click on the settings icon here, and then you go to recipes.
Sorry, while you're doing that too, this is a nice feature because sometimes you have a go-to recipe, something that you make a lot. We make a lot of baked oatmeal. So you don't have to enter it new every time. You just click on the old recipe and it uploads it. So
yeah. So then you click on new. Okay, so let me open up this recipe on my phone so that I can put it in. All right, so we're going to call this recipe baked oatmeal. And the serving size is serving. What is this? Serving.
Well,
Okay, one serving, I guess.
You're putting it for yourself. It's one serving for one.
For one serving, okay. Okay, so why is gone over here? Let's see. I want to create like, I don't know. Let's see here. Let me see. I clicked on new, right? Oh, add ingredient down here. Okay.
So that's probably something that looks different on the computer, on the phone.
Yeah, it looks totally different. This is the first time I'm doing it on the computer, so it's gonna.
So
add ingredient. Okay, so now we're gonna add ingredient. The first ingredient.
I'm guessing is oatmeal.
Huh?
I'm guessing it's oatmeal.
No, I think it's in the order as I put them in the
okay.
In the thing, in the bowl. So for this we put ounces. So we're gonna change this to ounce. And I had 17 ounces in here. Okay. So add food. Now I'm going to add another ingredient. The other ingredient,
Carmen, you may have to also adjust your serving size then, because it's going to assume that what you're creating is one serving.
Yeah, I'm going to check that at the end though.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to check it at the end because I don't know yet.
Okay.
That I always have to play with it because it's not made on the phone. It tells you exactly total recipe size is 7 servings.
Okay. All right.
But on the computer, it didn't say that. So I'm not sure what that's for, but I'll figure it out at the end.
Okay.
Okay, and then I put some vanilla. What's this? It's going to, no, search. Okay.
Extract, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the one. And sometimes if it doesn't have your ingredient in there, you can manually add your ingredient.
Oh, okay.
So I put 2 teaspoons. Where are the teaspoons? So the computer doesn't show teaspoon.
So how much is it? Is 2 teaspoons?
Oh, look at there. I found it. I had to scroll up. 2 teaspoons. That's, yes. Okay. So add food. Let me hurry up. Okay. Another ingredient. We had chia seeds. I see that it always goes back to my foods instead of staying on on search for foods. So that's kind of
different too.
Different, yeah. Okay, so chia seeds, we had 4 tablespoons. Add food. Okay, add ingredient. Now it's the go back to search foods. Oatmeal. I use the quick oats. Let's see if we can find that one.
No, but ideally you would use steel cut oats.
Yes, so, yeah. But I can't find it yet here. So
Portugal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still looking for it. Yeah. But I'm gonna use okay, let's use that one. We used 3 cups.
Yep.
Add food. Okay, now another ingredient. Then we had raisins. Golden, no, seedless.
Yeah, and you would try to use something close to what you find, as far as brand.
Yeah. if you have the same brand, but they have a lot of brands in Lose It now. So
Yeah.
even European brands. So okay, so raisins was 3/4 cup. All right, and then go back to search foods.
Cinnamon. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
Meal. I hope you guys are paying attention to the recipe. It's actually in our meal plan. It's on our recipe list. So if you've ever downloaded our recipe list, it's in there. You can make enough to last a whole week easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a really easy go-to meal that Carme is putting in here. Um, I
Recipe.
yeah, so something that you can enjoy, tastes good. You could change up the flavor. Um, and it's a naturally low in fat meal. Something that's a go to.
Sorry. Okay, and then the last ingredient is apples.
Yeah.
Um, apple pink lady.
All right.
Okay, and then I use 1 apple. Okay,
Now, another
so
thing people might be wondering, Carme, is like how is this a diabetes friendly meal when you got bananas, some apples, all these carbs. But of course, if you watch us, if have been following our work, you'll see that this approach is much different than what most people hear about when it comes to diabetes reversal, diabetes prevention, because it's focusing on increasing your sensitivity to carbs, right? Giving you more options to eat. So this to me increases the amount of food you can eat because you could start to eat more carbs even without limit, I would say, as long as you're limiting your fat percentage. So if there's any questions, guys, as we're going through this, feel free to ask in the chat, as Carme is going through this demo.
okay, so I think I fixed the servings now.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay, so 7 servings.
it's
So then now I go back to, where do I go back to now? I guess home. Let's see. Yes, we go back to home.
okay.
And then I want to add a food, and we're still on breakfast.
And it's
So now,
sorry, just to slow down a bit too. So what Carme did, just to keep in mind, is something she only has to do once, right?
mhm,
You have a go-to recipe. You only have to go through that
because
trouble.
now it's in the recipe list here. You see, we only had kale, chickpea, and sweet potato soup before. Now we have baked oatmeal as
Go
well.
ahead and select that. That's going to be her breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I had 1 serving.
Yep.
Add food.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my breakfast. Let me go back to this one here so I can see. All right, so for lunch, add food again. Now we go down to lunch. And what I do with this is, like, if I want to eat more or less of something, I go to the app first and put it in, and then I can check my fat and see, okay, no, I shouldn't eat that, or I shouldn't have, so much of this, because it really keeps you in check.
Yep.
Okay, so for lunch, I had oranges. Orange. Okay, so I had.
If you really like oranges, so what? You're gonna go by each? Why don't you go by each? How many oranges you ate?
Because I weighed them.
Oh, you weighed them. Okay, cool.
Yes, I weighed them because when you do each, it doesn't account. I don't know if it accounts for the skin, so I like to weigh it without the skin.
Okay, all right, that's
So I
smart.
know exactly how many ounces I had.
Yeah.
So.
I'm pretty sure they're assuming you're not eating the skin.
But I can't be sure with them, so.
You just want to be sure. I got it.
Yeah. Okay. So I had oranges, and then I had tangerines.
So as you're putting in your lunch, your meals. It's nice because you could separate by the time of day. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Louis, you can help me look too on this one. Where can we see like the total amount on the computer?
Oh, you mean like the macro break?
Yeah.
Most likely. Okay, let's see. Go back to home, and
I'm on home.
yeah, probably have to click on. Can you click on the right calorie budget
Where you seeing that?
where it says calorie budget? No, actually,
I need to find it in my eyes first.
yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and finish your dinner first? Finish the whole.
Yeah, I'll finish it and then we're gonna.
Yeah.
That's most important.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So the dinner, I know. Oh no, I didn't have a recipe here because I didn't have to. Okay, so for dinner, I had quinoa. Cooked quinoa. And then I had how much? I had it in ounces. Okay, so I had 5 ounces. What it put it to? Okay, no, that's not this one.
Yep. They give you a lot of choices sometimes, just
Yeah, so you have a lot of options you can see here,
how to break down.
but not every ingredient. So sometimes you have to go and choose a different ingredient. Sometimes it's a box or whatever, so they wouldn't put all of the options. It just depends. Okay. What I said, 5 ounces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, why does it keep? Okay. It's me, it's not the computer. All right, let me go again and change. All right. Then I had tofu. Extra firm food. Let me see if they give the options here. Yeah. And I had, yeah, 3 ounces. Yeah.
So is that 3 3/4 ounce? That's what.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Okay. And then I had last for dinner is avocado.
Okay. You got avocado right there. The second minute. Yeah. You think you did a quarter? That sound looks right. A quarter.
No, come on. Let me see. I like to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
right brand.
So this one, yeah. If you know the brand, then you have. Okay. Where's the other ounce? They don't have the regular ounce, and have fluid ounce. I wonder why.
Try the other avocado. Yeah, you see there's
Yeah, let me try this one here. Okay, so this one. So you guys just get to see that you just have to choose at different times. Okay, then of course I had snacks.
Yeah, who doesn't snack? Let's see what you're snacking on, girl. Tell the truth.
Sorry. So I had watermelon. And then I had, let's see, 7 ounces. Okay. Next, I had.
So basically, as you go through the day, Carmen, you're weighing. You're using a, like, I'm guessing, a food scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really the best way to keep track. And how long would you recommend someone doing this to figure out what they're eating in a day? Oh, a day, 2 days, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
If you're gonna log everything that you put in your mouth for
Yeah.
2 weeks, you will have it down.
Yeah, and down meaning you'll know what your routine is, right? You'll know what your go-to foods are and what they do to your fat percentage. Remember, the
Yeah.
goal is 10 to 15% of your total calories, right? 10 to 15% of total calories, right? Again, if there's any questions on that, let us know. And then make sure you're watching to the end when Carmen's wrapping up shortly here, but she's going to show what her breakdown for the day is in a graph,
Okay.
so you could see where her macro breakdown is.
On the phone, it's a lot easier to put in these foods. This thing is different. So, okay, so then I had some oranges again.
Okay, you're about to turn orange. Now, disclaimer, living in Portugal, the oranges are the best oranges you ever taste.
Boy.
They're just like candy, it's so fresh and wholesome. So it's
Yeah, so good.
where we live, we're right next to a farmer's market that right now sells the best oranges. I think they say the best oranges in all of Portugal, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean the area that we live in is just the best with fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, in America, I haven't eaten oranges in years because every time I bought them, they were always dry or some other story. So, I'm really enjoying them now. Okay, so then I had blueberries. How's that one again? Okay. I had.
And you're using my account, I think, right now.
Yeah, using yours.
I think I'm actually gonna go on to look at.
Okay, so so right here on the side, those I seen it now. I think I see it. All right, so this is the meal that I had for today. My budget, I put the budget in my phone. Actually, my budget is 1,899 calories. But as you can see, I only ate 1,480 calories.
Yep.
And it tells you how much you're under your budget.
Yep. So you even have some more calories you could throw in there, right? Eating a whole food plant-based diet is naturally low in calories. So you could eat more food and still be under your target calorie goal for weight loss. That's why it's so good to eat whole food plant-based diet, because all the foods are naturally low in calories. So why don't you go to my nutrients and
okay, here, yeah. Yep. So here you can see how much fat percentage, because we deal with a percentage, and my goal is to be under
or around 15%.
15%, but I was a little over today. And you can see how many carbs I ate, how many grams of carbs, 290.1 grams carbs.
Yeah.
And protein, well, we don't really look at all of that. We just focus on the fat. I don't even look at calories anymore because it doesn't matter. You can't eat a lot of calories on a whole food plant-based diet. So
sorry, another thing, when you're on the phone, you actually could see a graph breakdown as well. On the phone.
I'm not seeing your phone. Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually see a graph breakdown a little better.
But okay.
So fat will be here, carbs, protein. It'll tell you how much you are. I think in this day you were at 7% fat. So the end of the day, once you know what your food is doing to your fat percentage, that is the key to diabetes reversal. Keeping
Mhm.
at 15 to 10%. This is backed by more than a century of nutritional studies. You'll see that your tolerance for carbohydrates go up, meaning you could eat more carbs while having normal blood sugars, which is
Yeah, and it's very important to point out that you don't have to worry about the carbs and the protein. All we're looking at is the amount of fat. Don't focus on how many calories you're eating either, because it's not important. For this program, just the fat is what we are focusing on.
yeah, because if you're following all our recommendations, you're going to obviously already get rid of the high calorie problem foods, right?
Mhm.
We teach you how to limit or eliminate high calorie foods that are highly processed, and how to limit foods high in fat, including foods that are from plant sources that are high
Yeah.
in fat.
And I want to add this is that I use this app a lot when I was on the keto diet. And you had to make sure that all your numbers were within range.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say now. Um
You don't eat a lot of food.
yes, that's what I was gonna say. It's so funny that you have all these keto treats and so on, and you put them in the app, and the calories is so high, but then you're hungry. You're
Yeah.
always hungry, and then you can't eat more because then you're going to be out of balance with the carbs and your protein and your fat, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
So this approach is so much easier because you're not worrying about all of that, and you are full
Mhm.
and eating good.
Yep.
So
So whole food plant-based diet is very effective if your goal is number one, diabetes reversal or weight loss. Number two, increase your tolerance of carbs, meaning you want to be able to eat fruits for breakfast and not have normal blood sugars, right?
mhm.
And you want obviously longevity, because whole food plant-based foods are naturally anti-inflammatory, antioxidant
Mhm.
rich, right? Foods. And you're limiting the more harmful saturated fat that comes from most um, American foods, right? So, I
Mhm.
guess before we sign off, I always give a freebie, and let you know what you can get for watching. So let me go ahead and jump to that screen here. Um, that will be our Never Binge Again template. So this template is really awesome. It actually comes from Glenn Livingston's book, Never Binge Again, best-selling book, Never Binge Again. If you scan the QR code, what it gives you is not the book, okay, but a template of basically guidelines you can make towards food rules. I call them food rules, right? It's good to have some kind of objective guide on how a behavior towards food. And I guess I should show what it looks like too. Um, Rosa's saying, I need to see and eat food. That's why I love the whole food plant-based diet. That's right. If you love food, this is the way to eat, because you could eat without limit, right? You could actually eat more
Yeah.
food and way less.
Yep.
So just to show you what you get, if you scan the QR code, and I'll go back to it. Let me go to this and share my screen actually, and then we'll close off. But hopefully, are you guys seeing this? Let me know. Is it showing up, Carmen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are different templates you can
But
make.
it's small, I guess. Well, I know.
Yeah. You can get this on the download, right? From Never Binge Again. It gives you food behaviors, right? Never's always unrestricted conditionals to guide you towards your food plan. So there's different options. Whole food plant-based is the simplest one. Or you can go down to the bottom, and sorry, is it bottom or top? I think the top is a blank template. Yeah. So you can create your own rules surrounding food. What you never always do, unrestricted rules or conditionals. Um, it's so important to have rules, guys, or guidance, something that you could look at and say, okay, am I following my diet? write down your goals, what your food goals are. Obviously, the first one should be keep my fat percentage low or eliminate animal products. That should be something there. I'm going to always drink water when I'm thirsty. Write it down. Write it down. So Never Binge Again is a good template to use. Go ahead and scan the code and get your templates for free today. Okay. Anything else we need to add, Carmen? I think you mentioned it all, man.
Yeah, it's just for those who are seriously wanting to adapt this lifestyle. The app is the best way to go because it really takes the guesswork out of it and it shows you yourself actually. Because if like I wanted some more avocado today and I was like, can't have it,
Teach you how to limit what you need to limit. So you don't
Yeah.
know what to do if you don't know what you did. So start tracking.
Yeah.
You won't regret it. All right.
Yeah.
So as always, beloved, I pray above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. We will see you